Marcos is 14. So, yan. Ngayon, both Kiko and Bam, they're technically tied sa 16, 17. Ngayon, sa mga surveys kasi hindi na-factor in, ito yon. Ang mga hindi na-factor in sa survey is yung machinery, yung mga get out the vote, no?
Command vote. Yeah.
Operations. Ayan. Yung command vote, yung sinasabi, yung admin machinery yan. So kung administration ka, historically, nadadagdagan ka ng 5 to 10%. And conversely, kung either independent ka or opposition ka, minus 5 to 10% ka. So we saw these kinds of phenomena during the past elections. Let's say si Senator Grace po noong 2019, in all pre-election surveys, she was number one. Pero nung after the elections, she ended up number two precisely because she ran as independent. So yung mga Duterte slate noon, they benefited from the machinery vote, ano? So yon. Tapos wala rin dito yung last minute endorsement ng Iglesia ni Cristo, which translates to around plus 1 to 2%. Pero depende yan. Kasi kung ikaw, mababa ka sa mga surveys ng Iglesia ni Cristo, and yet they ended up endorsing you, yon mataas-taas yung bump mo. You can, mga sabihin mo na 1 to 1.5%. Kasi kung malakas ka na dati sa Iglesia ni Cristo, tapos in-endorse ka pa nila, wala ganong dagdag yun eh. You will
Added
just
value. Yung added value.
wala nang added value kasi they would vote for you anyway even without the endorsement. So minimal yung ano. Then, syempre, yung mga um, ano to, mga voter disenfranchisement operations, sample ballot operations, and yung election day cheating operations. So all of these things would
May
factor
advantage
in.
yung machine. Yeah.
Oo. So, hindi kasi in some areas in Mindanao, um wala nang eleksyon. They just fill up the ballots. They just fill up the ballots literally and they feed it sa machine. Kaya makikita mo mga 90% ang 95% ang turnout kahit wala. Tapos practically the same yung voting pattern. Ano yon? Manual retail cheating naman yon. It's not
And it's not the
the
counting, right? The cheating happened before the counting happened. Yun yung
yes,
nakakalimutan ng
yes.
tao eh. Like, a lot of the problems
Oh.
in elections, hindi yung automated counting. It's before the counting happens na machine na yan.
Yes. Oo. So ang tawag natin dito retail cheating kasi manual pa rin siya. Pinifila pa nila yan, then pinapasok. Yung ibang cheating operations, what they do is um, hindi mo nila finifeed. Sasabihin na, sira yung machine. So ilalagay lang muna. Tapos ang gagawin nila, yung mga bakanting mga balota, they fill it up doon sa mga preferred candidates, yung mga prepaid candidates. Then isasabay-sabay nila pag-feed, pagka ready na sila. So yung mga ganong mga operations, hindi yan factored in sa surveys. Pero ang significant dito, ang observable talaga, yung palpable is yung machinery, yung command vote ng admin. May 5 to
So what you're
10%.
saying, your saver survey takes that into consideration or not? Hindi ba, di ba?
Sorry?
So your survey takes that into consideration? Siyempre,
No, you
hindi, di ba?
cannot.
So i-plus
You,
5
you
mo na.
cannot.
Kasi on the day
Oh,
of election
so
pa mangyari yun, di ba?
yes, kaya titignan mo dito sa ano mo, in my case nung nag-survey kami noong 2022, the highest I got was 13 nung that was a month and a half before the elections. Hindi ano 'yon, hindi enough 'yon. So pag finactor in mo, bababa. Kaya nga si Senator Risa noon, she was number 8 in our survey. We were all already expecting she will slide down to number 11 kasi nga because yung admin candidates magbabump during the last day. So kung hindi ka nakapag pundar ng buffer. Kunyari, ando doon ka, ano
Yung
ka,
cushion
mag-slide
talaga,
ka.
yung cushion. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
kailangan number 8 ka kung opposition ka or independent ka in order for you to win. So, ganun. Ganun ang
So in
phenomenon.
short, you're saying that if Bato or Jaime or some of these people aligned with Duterte, if they're not in the top six, seven, eight, alanganin pa rin sila, right?
Alanganin sila.
Which is still the case, right? I think Bato is still not very safe, but Bongo is doing very, very well, right? I mean, ang
Yeah.
taas ng numbers
Ah,
ni Bongo, almost all surveys is at least number two, number three. Solid yung
yes. Number 4 siya dito sa survey namin, no? But ang sinasabi ko nga dito, I've seen elections na yung number 1 natalo, naging ended up number 19. Yung number 2 ended up number 15 in the case ni Jack Enrile nung
oh
2013.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Kaya
He was
kinakabahan si Ben Tulfo yata eh. Na,
he was
he's not
number
sure, yeah.
2. Yeah. He was number 2 sa si Jack Enrile was number 2 sa surveys during the start of the elections ng campaign period. Kaya itong si Bongo, pagka ano to, pagkaisahan talaga ng kasi hindi mo naman kailangan mag-fake news kay Bongo eh. Kasi involved na siya dito sa
News
mga
agad.
iba't ibang cases ano. Yeah, ako lang dalawang final ko na plunder cases. Pagka na ano yan, um, ano pa siya, may tulog pa siya diyan. Kasi ito no, ang ginawa ni Bongo nag-low-key siya, nagtrabaho siya ng ground social media, hindi napapansin ng mga ng
Below the
mainstream.
radar siya kasi si Bato
Oh,
is taking the punches, di ba? Basically, Bato,
oh.
Jaime, Robin Hood, sila yung nag-take the punches for the team, eh, di ba?
Yes. Kaya nga ito, that's why we published it, yung aming findings para dun sa mga kakampi nila na senador, it's time to really shake things up. Doon naman sa mga pag nakita nilang mataas, itong sila Bongo, sila Bato, kailangan ano nyo na yan, mag-pull down operations na kayo kasi hindi enough kasi dalawa yan eh. Ipo-push up nyo yung kandidato nyo pero may pull down operations din, no?
You
Ginagawa yan.
expose yung mga
No?
shortcomings sila, no?
Oh, ginawa sa amin yan noong 2013 nung grupo nila B9, nila Enrile. So pull down kanila para kung pupush up nila doble yung effect nung gagawin nila. So, yan. Ako naman, napupursige ko dito some candidates ng Marcos administration like si Benhur Abalos, he might likely make it. Kasi yung momentum, mataas yung steep yung trajectory niya plus yung nasa administrasyon pa. So, malaki yung
Has a chance,
chance.
yeah. Kasi
Oh,
nahirapan siya sa mga surveys back in the day, di ba? Baka kasi
yeah.
tinanggap niya yung ano, yung billboard niya na yung nakikita mo lang kalaban at kriminal, yung hindi yung kalaban ng kriminal. Di ba? Like, that was
Yeah.
the classic.
Oh,
Like,
but I think na-increase nun yung awareness kasi
at least,
napag-usapan.
yeah. I
Oh,
mean, kung kalaban ka,
whatever works.
kriminal ka ba, talaga awareness mataas.
Oh. Pero whoever are in charge dun sa kanyang campaign, ano yan, effective yung ginagawa nila. Pero itong si Tolentino,
Na dating Ronald Llamas ni Digong, just to be clear, I mean,
oh,
people forget he was the political affairs secretary of Digong na medyo
yeah,
atrasabante nowadays sa ICC, sa
hmm,
impeachment. We can talk about that shortly. Yeah, he's still
yeah.
struggling, right? And mukhang
Doon sa amin, nalagpasan pa siya nito ni Colonel Busita, no? Of
na
One
mababa
Rider.
yung
And
awareness. Na ang baba ng awareness. Busita,
no, yes, mababa awareness pero na-overtaken pa siya. Kaya this guy's in trouble kasi kumbaga sa karera nakatapak na siya sa silinyador eh. Metal to metal na eh. Tapos na-decrease ka, medyo may ano yun. It's time to sound the alarm. Mhm.
which brings me to a couple of important issues. Now,
Yeah.
obviously, again, I think wag tayo magpanggap. I think uh, a lot of us raise some questions when again, to be fair, that was just a quote from Philippine Star of Bam. I watched the full video. Mukhang position ni Bam was that, he's doing this dahil if he's gonna be a senator judge, he cannot prejudge it, etc. Of course, my point was like ilang bang hearings Quadcom kailangan natin to know, and you already have Robin Hood and the rest openly saying how they're gonna vote, right? So while I agree with him on a procedural level, my sense is hindi ba it makes better sense for the third, fourth candidates to actually be more clear on some of this issue. And let's be honest, baka may makuha pa silang independent and even solid North votes. Not to mention, if you look at the Octo survey, up to 40% ay non-aligned, independent, or switched off. I'm sure marami sa kanila hindi natuwa rin sa Piatos Mary Grace po, Grace po, Mary Grace situation.
Crispy ata. Oh.
Sorry, baka nanonood sa atin. Ma'am po, hindi po ikaw. Mary Grace Piatos, okay. Dati ka sabi ko, Tito Boy Soto eh. So, I'm sure people will forgive me. Ako kasi, for me, electorally, mas may chance ka pa makuha ng independence na galit sa nangyayari sa Piatos na yan. At saka, I've heard so many solid North who are saying we're willing to vote for a Pinoy. Sorry, for an Aquino. Sorry. If that means bringing some sort of accountability or justice kasi galit na galit sila sa mga Dutertes. And if, based on your surveys, BAM's numbers in many regions has a lot of room for improvement, including in solid North regions, right? CAR regions, right? Region 1, Region 2, Region 3. So can we talk about it from an Now I understand, of course, yung frustration mo. I know where you're coming from,
Yeah.
Sonny, in terms of like, wag tayo pa-safe dito. But I'm just saying, from a practical electoral strategy standpoint, do you think it makes sense that dapat mas klaro sila sa issue ng Sara Duterte and not to say it's just a political issue? Kasi yung ibang candidate naman, they just don't talk about it as much. Also, in my opinion, as
Yeah.
they should.
Okay, ganito no. My beef with the statement ni Senator Bam was not yung explanation niya later on, yung later in the video, kung hindi yung first statement na ito issue lang naman ito ng mga politiko. Alam mo, if you take that statement out, okay naman yung statement niya eh. Safe, di ba? And ako, I will agree with that positioning sa kanilang dalawa, no? Kay Sen Kiko, kay ano. Kasi um, I seriously doubt kung iboboto sila nung mga
Well, it's out.
pro-admin.
Yeah, DDS, yeah.
No, I mean the pro-admin
Huh.
voters.
You think
Hindi sila,
they're not open? You
yeah.
think
Oh,
Ilocanos, so ignore nagalit sa mga Duterte, they're not willing to vote for if they're not also clear on this issue? That's an interesting.
yeah, because I think ang problema kasi noon, merong slate yung Marcos administration eh.
Yeah, but you
Um,
have people there like Tolentino, like Cayetano, whatever, who's
hindi
standing
nila
up.
hindi naman manunuwans 'yun eh. If the president is pushing for them as the slate, sila yung maboboto. Ngayon, but I agree, if you want to have your message stand out, magsabi ka na ako, I will convict. Kasi nung 2007, when I ran for the Senate the first time, I was asked by the media do sa isang debate yung ganun specific question. Kasi nung time na yon ini-impeach si Gloria. So tinatanong nila, anong position mo sa impeachment? Ako sinabi ko, if I'm going to be elected as senator, I am going to convict Gloria Macapagal Arroyo. Ganon ka straightforward yung sagot ko. Sabi ko, I have seen enough. Aside from that, meron kami yung mga issues na nilabas namin nung OCOD. Kaya sinabi ko, alam ko that she doesn't deserve to be president. Ganon ka straightforward. Ngayon, bahala na sila kung anong
Yeah, but
gagawin nila.
Arroyo was extremely unpopular while Sara is
Yes.
not in the same boat, to say the
Oh,
least,
yun na
right?
nga. Kaya nga sinasabi ko, when I was asked that question, ganun, bahala na. I'm not going to, but I was being advised by political, no, mga think
Consultants.
tanks,
Oh,
na tipo, kaya
play safe ka na lang.
ano ka, you have to be vague, nito, ganito. Siya. Ngayon, ako naman, we're assuming na ganun yung position ni Bam. We should not be ready to assume na ganon unless actually sinabi niya. Di ba? Kasi ang assumption nung suggestion mo, Richard, is he is leaning conviction. But
Mm.
that is your assumption. So we cannot assume. Kasi yung
Ay, there we go, Sonny. Because, well, ako ang basa ko lang, like, siguro ang basa lang na iba dyan, you just focus on issues where you can build constructively positive messaging, and then once you hit the threshold, then you can go into the contentious issues. Siguro, ganun ang basa na. What you're saying is that we're not even sure how people stand on this issue. I mean,
kasi may mga ano kasi antecedents eh. Um, ito lang yung nakita. Kaya maraming hindi nakaintindi where am I coming from? Meron akong series of events prior to this statement. Kasi itong statement na to, talagang trivialize yung impeachment. Bakit ganon? Ano ba to? It's just a misuse of words? Hindi. 'Di ba? So, yon. I will leave it at that, no? I will leave it at that. Pero ang kuwan kasi dito is hindi dapat sinabi 'yon. Hindi dapat sinabi 'yon. Pero sabi ko, hindi naman ano 'yan, hindi naman deal breaker 'yan. Ang magiging deal breaker sa akin is privately, I'm going to ask, are you going to acquit or convict? Siyempre, I won't accept the BS line na, hindi, I need to study the ganito, ganito. Pwede mo yan sabihin public, pero wag naman sa akin directly. Okay? Privately, I need to know. Because you know your answer. Alam mo na, itong mga issues na nilalabas about the bank accounts, alam na nila to when we were still in the Senate. Okay? Yung mga confidential funds, hindi naman tayo nakatira sa kuweba, nakikita natin yan. So privately, if I get that answer na is going to convict, that's the only time I would be comfortable to say na ganun. But I'm not going to assume.
okay, I'll leave it between the two of you to resolve, and I'll have to ask Bam
Yeah.
separately in spirit of fairness, Sonny.
Yeah.
But of course, people are familiar with the interventions you made on the Sarah Lenny meeting last year. Uh, of course, there's the Rosa discussion, the whole Robredo Sara thing. That I understand. And so I think we don't need to relitigate that case. I think people know. Now, if you're Kiko, what will be your strategy? Because Kiko is so far the most competitive non-admin and non-DDS candidate, right?
Ang nakikita kasi natin, and one reason na kung bakit hindi ako tumakbo is because hindi ako makaka-squeeze in dun sa space, no? Kasi mag-aagawan dun sa airspace. And kung mucho-mucho ka, kung umaapaw yung pondo mo, pwede yon. You can fill the airwaves ng advertisements mo. 'Di ba? So that's the way
Si,
you can
si,
squeeze in.
Tony, ano pangalan niya? Si Camille, sa daming advertisement, gumaling siya umarte, no? Like, gumagaya siya. Like, there, she
Yeah.
has so many commercials. She's already good in
Oh.
acting.
And
Grabe.
yan, siyempre, you have candidates like, yan nga, si Congressman Camille, na si Sen Manny will not spare any expense para
Aimee spend a
ano
lot.
yan,
Aimee
depend
also spend a lot.
oh.
Yeah.
So, yun yung ano ngayon, yun yung field. Ngayon, kung si Senator Kiko ay hindi rin siya ganun ka ready financially to engage dun sa ganyang air battle, kailangan ilabas niya na yung mga alas niya. And specifically, si Miss Sharon Cuneta. Kasi talagang, ano yon talagang legend pa rin si Sharon. And ano yon talagang ma-offset nun yung limited airtime mo, ma-offset ng star power.
Saka yung
Ilan yan?
nephew niya, di ba? Yung bata is doing well, right? Like, so he has a couple of aces up his sleeve. So what do you think about this issue of focus? Both Bam and Kiko seem to be very focused on the issue of, well, Bam basically said, focus tayo sa gut issues, ganun ganon. Kiko, obviously, because of his background as food czar during Pinoy's time, is really, messaging niya, consistency messaging. Ang akin lang naman, well, all of the candidates are promising mas maraming pagkain, mas maraming. So how do you stand out? Kasi obviously, gut issues are going to be always the universal resonant issue. So how do you stand out, right? That's the challenge.
Okay, precisely. Alam nyo kasi, again, based dun sa mga pinagdaanan, um, yung message kasi, okay, you have a message, you have the narrative. Marami yan, mga nag-a-advise, mga PR consultants. Pero ang issue dito is yung medium. Kailangan mong magkaroon ng means to get your message out there. And that would mean resources. Kasi kahit gaano kaganda yung narrative mo, if it stays dyan lang sa Facebook page mo or Twitter, wala yon. Kasi ang ang first step sa ganyang national campaigning is you need to get your name and position and face out in that order. Name, position, face. Yun ang first step. Kaya kita mo yung kay Benhur Abalos, kay Secretary Benhur Abalos, sa kanya billboard lang sa EDSA, Abalos, Senator,
Oh,
number one. That's
awareness.
it. Yun na yun. Yun muna. Kasi ma-outpace mo na kagad yung iba na may magandang message pero wala naman, di naman sila nakikita. So pagka hindi ka nakikita ng botante, it's as if you don't exist at all. So yun yun.
And you have
That's
66 candidates, right? I mean, like, yeah, maski.
yes, oo. So malalaman na kaagad nila nung admin candidates yung hindi kilala na tumatakbo. And we experienced that noong 2022. Umiikot ako last few days na sa ito ground operations to. Sinasabi ng mga tao, ay, sir, tumatakbo pala kayo. Iyon na. That's a few days before the elections. Ibig sabihin nun,
Grabe,
ah,
wow.
kasi wala kaming pang-advertisement eh. At 1 million per minute, you can't possibly compete eh. Uh,
Um,
yun.
What is the Sara impeachment aspect here? Na baka tumaas din ang suporta kasi may sense of urgency na we have to have as many of our own in the next Congress para siguraduhin na bago natin pag-usapan si Jesus Cotero, right? Before talking about this, I just want to say in terms of rallying cry, hindi kayo effective na nung na-impeach na si Sara, especially with such an overwhelming number. I mean, more than 70% of Congress, highest ratio, di ba, for any impeachment, baka nagkaroon sila ng panic mode and sense of urgency. And that's something we want to talk about. The sense of urgency is important, right? Because it allows you to mobilize your base, rallying around the flag. So tingin mo, the impeachment may have played also a role in helping the pro-DDS candidate?
Not really. Kasi ganito, tinitingnan namin ilang service. We've been tracking this service every 3 months. Bumaba yung numero ni Sarah, sunod-sunod from Quadcom, yung first meltdown, then second meltdown, pababa talaga. Then, ano ginawa niya? Meron ba siyang ginawang anything na positive? Wala. Nagsayaw-sayaw lang sa TikTok. O dahil doon, kumaga, ano, yun yung nakikita. Oo. Kasi hindi yung meltdown niya, as bad as it was na sa mainstream na kwan siya, hindi niya napasok yung sulok-sulok ng Pilipinas. Kasi sa sa kumbaga news cycle, kailangan saturation 'yon. Hindi lang one big thing, ina-assume natin buong Pilipinas na panood 'yon, hindi. Kailangan 'yun talagang may follow through, sunod-sunod. Bago lang talagang totally kakalat 'yon. Hindi na reach yung point na 'yon. Tapos ano pa, na-counter pa. Naka-counter, grabe yung kanilang counter propaganda Then may mga
Na
deflection
10
sila,
years na nila
diversion.
na-develop, right? I mean, since
Yeah.
2015 pa yung machine na yan, yeah.
Oo, oo. So yung fake news factory nila talagang continuous ang pag-churn out ng fake news. So dumating yung point na yung mga Quad Committee chairman, sila na yung nagde-deflect instead na propagate yung kanilang mensahe. They were defending themselves kasi binabanatan
On
sila
the
sa
defensive na sila. Oh.
social media. Oh, sa
Yung
social media
iba
space.
nga, abante nga yung pangalan, umatras pa rin. But, Sen,
Ayun.
um,
Ah,
Senator, what about the GA issue? Because I think this is where things got a bit weird. I was there dun sa event nyo sa Magdala sa umaga, yung January 31, klaro yung message, impeach, impeach, impeach. Sana naka-pitch pa si, ano, di ba, si Percy. So very clear. Dun sa liwasan ng Bonifacio, yung mga kalaban nyo from an ideological standpoint, pusit-pusit, di ba? Pero nung isa,
ah,
pinunta ako sa EDSA Shrine, wait, bakit ba't andun si Martin Romualdez? Worst budget ever, kasalanan ng moto BBM. So parang I felt that, okay, I'm all for scrutiny of GA or any, but I just felt na, let's not make it too easy for our friends, di ba, on the other side. At mukhang yung machine na sinasabi mo, sinakyan yan like hell. I mean, every time I would
yeah.
post something about Sara and Piatos, Grace, immediately I would see all those bots and all of those trolls. Immediately yung messaging, sinabi nga ni ganito, worst budget ever eh. So
Mm.
like it puts me immediately on
Yun.
the spot. So alam nga,
Na,
atakayin ko yung kaibigan natin, di ba? Na I know naman good yung intentions.
nako-quote pa sila. Kasi ganito, sinasabi ko nga, there is no such thing as a corrupt budget. There is no such thing. If anybody would insist otherwise, talagang kumbaga walang basis. Bakit? Kasi yung budget, parang ganito. O, sa bahay, nagsabi ka, o ito yung budget natin. 5,000 sa kuryente, ito sa tubig, ganun na, tuition, etc. Paano mo makukumpitan yung budget? Budget pa lang siya. Doon siya sa implementation pag ginastos mo na. 'Di ba? Yun ang corruption. So yung budget per se, it just shows